Hi everyone, Jen Seal here. This class tonight is called Nourish and Replenish, and it is meant to we're going to need, you really won't even really need a mat if you don't have one, no worries, because we're going to be doing most of the postures on the ground. Okay, I do absolutely recommend that you have some sort of blanket that you could fold over. I have a bolster over here, so maybe bring in a couple of pillows. I have blocks. I have blocks, but if you don't have blocks, you could always use a book, and not to be jokes here, but toilet paper actually makes good elevation tools if you don't have anything else, right? We're not, again, using it for a lot of, I'm trying not to let the light back there keep circling. So yeah, you don't need a whole lot of stuff for yourself today. It's what I would call a very gentle practice. Some might call it restorative. So what I'd like for you to think of in terms of what is nourish and replenish really? Why did I choose those words? We nourish our body by what we put in it, what we ingest into our body, right? What we eat. We nourish our mind by what we attend our mind to, like whether it be reading or writing or journaling or talking to friends, praying, reading, the Bible or scriptures. We all have different ways to keep our mind and to learn, right? By learning. So, but we also nourish our body through movement, and we have to take care of this vessel. It's the only one we have. And moving naturally and organically, especially like certain yoga poses, like twisting helps to really cleanse the internal body, right? So while you're nourishing yourself by eating good, healthy food, good digestion, right? We need good digestion, and twisting, provides you with that good digestion, and it helps you learn to breathe better, right? And so your entire body, gets the benefit of the oxygenation of those cells. And we encourage breathing, right, in yoga. So it's a nourishing practice. It's not, again, not fast paced, and it's gentle on the body. And we hold the poses for approximately a minute each, so that might be a little different than some other classes. And the replenishment part, so I want you to think of like a gas gauge. Okay, the meter thingy. Well, imagine you've got 2 meters kind of attached to your body, and one of them is your stress meter, okay, and the other one deals with like your energy level. Okay, so if you have high stress and low energy, that makes for a really bad combination, and that can lead to sickness. So replenishment means you are giving yourself time on the mat to nourish the body so that your body can, like the cup filling back up. All right, you come out feeling a little more energized and hopefully less stressed. Okay, all right. I'm super excited. I recommend doing this practice in the evening. Okay. It can help aid sleep as well. Do before bed. It's only 30 minutes. Okay. If you want to make it longer, you can certainly pause me and hold the poses for 2 to 3 minutes. Longer the better, but I'm just giving you a basic sequence here. So I'm going to be practicing with you, of course. I'm laying down, so I know it might be a little awkward for you to see. However, yeah, so we're going to actually start in inversion, which I'm super excited about. I recommend you use a wall, but you could get a chair and drape your feet, your legs up over a chair. You could, I don't know what room you're in, but find something to have your feet elevated. So I'm going to have mine elevated at the wall. And if you're going to go to a wall space, you want to have, kind of like a block width, length away from the wall. And if you have something like bring your blanket with you, you're going to start by placing the blanket underneath your, basically your sacrum. I'm going to have to watch the time here. So you may see me looking up a lot. If you have, like I do, I put my hair sort of up in a genie bun because your head's going to be back on the mat. Okay. You may need 2 blankets today, one for your head, one for the bottom of your back. So take a moment to go get those things and start getting set up. All right. Awesome. All right. I'm going to start getting myself set up over here. So I'm using my blanket. I'm going to put it just near the wall. So if you're using a wall, here's how you get your legs up the wall. I'm going to get myself into it, and I might turn back around so I can just share some thoughts with you as you're in your inversion, but I want you to stay, you to stay in it, okay? So here's how you get it. Hopefully you're back at your mat, you got your books, toilet paper, blocks, blankets, clothing so that you're warm because you're not going to be moving a lot. Sit on your blanket, lay down, and then just turn around. So I have to switch, I have to move my blanket around a little bit, right? So the farther away you are from the wall, the more easy it's going to be for your legs not to want to flop out. Of course, if you like them to, this is a lot. This feels very intense for me. So I'm going to move back a little bit so that my legs will just organically stay here and not want to fall open. Your arms are by your sides or where you want them to be. And again, you can be over a chair, just so that your hips are just a little bit raised off the floor. Okay. And your legs can easily just rest on something. Bring your arms up and just sort of roll a little side to side so you can spread your shoulder blades wide. And then maybe your hands go to your belly. Maybe your hands go by your sides. Good. So once you start feeling settled, I'm going to come out right now. You stay in so you can hear me better. You're going to be in this for approximately 3 minutes. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But I'd like for you to feel very comfortable. So bow your chin a little bit towards your chest and just feel a nice elongation of your neck. Move your head a little side to side. Open your mouth really wide, just move the jaw around. And then when you close your mouth, take the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Okay? Continue to breathe in and out. You might feel your belly rise and fall, but your breath is natural today. So however your body wants to breathe is fine. Mouth can be open on the exhale if you'd like. So we're not trying to build any heat here. We're just trying to really allow our body to find some stillness, some calmness, lightness. Unfurrow your brow. Relax your jawline. Relax your neck and shoulders. And just feel the support of the mat, the floor, wherever you're laying right now. And it could be on a carpet. We're not doing standing asana right now, right? So it's fine to be on your carpet or your living room floor. And feel the support of your legs at the wall or on the chair. And then just take gentle inventory of your entire body and just notice and observe any sensations that you may be having here. Continue to breathe. Maybe take a nice sighing breath out. So if you've noticed or observed anything, any sensations, tightness, tension in your body, then you're going to breathe there. So all you got to do throughout the entire practice is breathe into the areas where you may feel something. And inversions in general are helping to move the lymph fluid in our body so that, it's like the waste department of our body to flush that out. The lymph fluid needs to move. Okay. And so you're encouraging that just by letting the blood come down your legs, right? Into the pelvis and up to the heart, up to the upper chest. And 3 minutes is the recommended period of time to do that each day. So even if you only have 3 minutes of your day, do it doing this. Okay. It's promoting good immunity. Okay, you have about 20 more seconds or so here in your inversion. Maybe your eyes are closed. You feel still. You're feeling more relaxed. And slowly begin to draw your knees down to your chest or take them off of the chair. And you're going to slowly roll to one side. And slowly make your way up to your seats. Join me briefly for a seated posture. Press your palms together, bow your chin to your chest. So open your practice with gratitude for whatever reason you're here. For whatever you want to get out of this practice, you will get what you need. Okay. Something you're grateful for is always a nice way to begin. If you have a different intention for yourself today, then you may set that for yourself now for the rest of the duration of the class. Try to honor that intention. Perhaps kindness towards self. Kindness as you move through your practice. Gratitude that you're able to move your body in this way. Maybe gratitude for your health today. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. Slowly open the eyes. Nice job. Okay. We are going to start on our back. So we've already started, but place the blanket where your head can rest upon it. And before we go down, just so we can stretch out our hips, since you were kind of in an L-shaped pose, come up to your knees and shins. Take the arms up, reach up. Slowly down. Just do 2 more like that. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale back down. Chin can rise as you reach up. Exhale, chin can come down. Last one, inhale. And then exhale your hands behind your back. Just clasp your hands, knuckles root down, chest broadens. Just breathe into the heart space for a moment. Nice job. Release. And just sort of shake it out, shrug your shoulders. So, all right, guys. Lay down all the way. And reach your arms back behind you as you exhale. You're going to hug those knees into your chest. Good. And roll a little side to side. Now remember, we're going to hold these postures for approximately 1 minute. So you really want to try to relax into each one. Feel what you feel. And breathe there. Okay. You can close your eyes during this entire practice today and just hear me. But try and give good enough instruction that you don't actually have to look at me. So draw your right knee in toward your chest and send your left leg nice and long. And if that does not feel good, feel certain you can always bend your knee. So we're drawing our knee towards our belly, towards our right shoulder. You can rotate the foot here. If you need to take some movement, a little side to side. Draw a little closer. So again, what's happening here is you might feel a little pinching in your right hip flexor pocket. And we're sort of closing the blood flow off there, right? And when we send our foot forward, a rush of new blood comes in and just sort of keeps that, so if there's any sort of like kinks or whatever, it's just going to be like whoosh. Hopefully it just sort of gets rid of them. All right. Nice work. Right leg goes down. So there it is. Feel it for a moment. It might feel hot. And then draw the left knee in. Same thing. Keep your belly button pressing down, not hardcore, but you want to make sure that you're not overarching your back. Rotate your feet. Again, maybe move a little side to side and find that sweet spot that needs to be, worked on. That needs your breath. For some of us, being still like this is really difficult. So if that begins to happen, just begin, you can even say it, inhaling, exhaling, follow your breath. Okay. Then slowly release back down. And just gently shake it out. Bend both knees. And press your palms down towards the floor and just lift your hips up. Squeeze your glutes. We're doing this one for a little less time. Just hang in there. Keep pushing the inner edges of your feet down. Breathing to your chest just for 5 more seconds. Slowly lower down. Knees go right to left. And draw those knees back into chest. Bring your arms out to an A. So not out to a T, to an A. And then take your knees out to a 90-degree angle and pull the belly in towards your spine. Now here's where you might need your blanket. Okay, you're just going to try to keep the right angle going. Okay, bring your knees all the way down to the right side. Now if your left arm is lifting up, your shoulder's lifting up, I want you to bring it back down closer to your body. Or you could place your left hand on your left rib cage or on your hip. Relax your right hip down. Now, if you're like a clamshell here, that's where you would need your other blanket or potentially a block or something to put in between there, you know, for extra support. You want to make sure you're feeling the support. You can go over your left shoulder. And notice where you're carrying tension because you don't realize it. So staying in these poses a little longer creates that time to check in with every part of the body. Slowly come back to that A-frame at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to take it to the left side now. I need extra support on this side. My right hip is a little bit more tight than the other, and I ran more miles today than I intended, so I'm super tight right now. Look over your right shoulder. So this feels kind of not good for my shoulder. So I could even take another thing and put it underneath my arm. Okay, that feels so much better for me. So find stuff around your house. This is recorded, so you can always pause to go get your things if you need to put an extra layer on. Now see, I can see myself just still beginning to let go a little bit more here. I can feel myself kind of gripping. So notice that. Slowly come back. Take your stuff out. So mindful movements, right? We're not jerking ourselves around at all. Roll over onto your right side and come up to your seat. Twists are awesome for us folks. Inversions, twists, that's what all of this is about today. Okay, we're going to roll forward. Now, I'm going to suggest, since we have it, let's just be comfortable all over the place. So there's your blanket underneath your knees. And we're going to go through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So I'm going to soften my toes today because I really worked hard today, and I need to try to be as kind to my body as possible. Just sway side to side. Let the head be heavy, and then begin to take some nice circles. Maybe back towards child's pose. This is you meeting your body where it's at. Whatever feels good in this moment. If you would rather just go through some cat-cows right now, you know, you want to do 10 rounds of cat-cows instead of circles, you can do that. If your body loves it. And this is all about loving your body and connecting to your, you know, more deeply with yourself. And so when we do this practice, every time we come to our mat, we're learning something about ourselves, and the way we respond to things that happen on our mat is pretty much how we respond out in the world. So this is sort of your practice area to work through like negative stuff when it comes through, and to really listen to your body all the time. Like when you know you're overworked, overstressed, you just slow down. All right, come back to child's pose now. We're going to come to child's pose. Toes can be touching or just straight back behind you. You can have a block underneath your legs if you want. That doesn't exactly feel yummy for me, but you can have a blanket back there. And I like to turn my palms up, and I like to place something underneath my forehead. You don't have to do that, but I definitely recommend if your forehead is not touching the floor, you put something under there or stack your fists on top of each other. All right. And then put your head onto your hands. Okay. So you're here for about another 30 seconds or so. So again, maybe as you're looking down, move the jaw around. Notice if you're gritting any teeth, you know. This is a great place to breathe into your back body and into your lower back. Imagine you can do that Imagine you can feel that. You can do that. You can feel that. Relax the shoulders more. Big breath in and slowly come back up. Bringing one foot forward. We're going to climb up onto that right knee. And we're hinging forward just a smidge. Now, I have blocks. You can have one block or two. And the idea is to kind of gain some sort of stability here. Now, if you don't have blocks, you have a book, you just use a book or that piece of toilet paper, right? That piece, that roll, and just use it for support. And then place your other hand on your knee. And the idea is to drop your chin to your chest and elongate the back of the neck. And maybe you're getting a little bit deeper into the left hip as well. You can have two arms here, but it's a little bit more destabilizing. So breathe where you feel tension here. Breathe where you feel the stretch. And slowly come out of it. And place the other foot forward, left foot forward, the other foot like you have 8 feet or something, your left foot forward. And hinge into it slightly, using a block perhaps to stabilize yourself. Bowing your chin to your chest, or maybe you've got 2 books or 2 rolls of toilet paper. Wherever you feel tension, wherever you feel discomfort, you're going to change it up and make sure you're as comfortable as you can be in this pose. Continuing to breathe, it's all you have to do. And slowly bring it back. Good. Now I'm going to move my blanket. So I'm going to sit on my blanket, the back toward the, I'm going to just have a little tiny blanket underneath my hips here. Extend your legs forward. And now bring your right foot into the inside of your left thigh and reach the arms up. And then here you're going to just fold forward. The hands are going to come where they come. And the chin again comes down towards your chest. And a few more breaths here. I'm watching the clock, you don't have to worry about that. And slowly come up. And bring the right knee up and take it right over that left thigh. Take your right hand behind you. Take a nice deep breath into the crown of your head. And if you'd like, you can take your hand outside that right knee. Again, here we go. Or you could just hug it in. Nice and gently. So again, these twists are sweet. So I want you to imagine you get a dish towel wet and you wring it out, right? That's what you're doing. The inhale is kind of like you're sucking in all of the tension. And the exhale is wringing it all out. Come to the other side, shake that out. So sitting the left foot inside of the right leg, reach up, and then exhale. Oh, I hear a little pop there. Come forward. Relax your shoulders and then elongate through your neck and begin to bring your belly down towards your thigh. Look down towards your thigh. Close the eyes if you'd like. And just, again, take inventory in every single pose. Every single pose is going to bring you up against just a different edge, a different part of your body. Breathing as easily as you can. Taking that breath where it needs it. Guide it there. Imagine you just bring it there. And slowly reach back up. And exhale. Left knee bends. Take it across your right thigh. Left hand goes behind you now. Right arm reaches up and across. If that feels good. If that feels too cranky for you today, just lay your hand on your knee. Again, lifting up to the crown of the head, breathing. Got some nice cracks going on in my spine right now. Ooh, and crunches. Like I said, I ran today more miles than I intended. I just started running. And I ended up doing 10 miles. And my body was not happy with me when I got back. But I didn't have anybody to come pick me up. So I had to run home. Dummy me. But I feel this. I feel better already. And just doing these few stretches. And come back to center. All right, guys, shake the legs out. So take the blanket out. We're going to come back onto the floor. I want to do a figure 4 with you. So essentially, I'll demonstrate. It's essentially this, okay? And you can lift your leg up and use your hand to push the knee forward. If you have a wall, you can put this foot on the wall, okay? So it's at a 90-degree angle, and you place your right ankle on top of the left knee, and it looks like this. So you're getting the benefit of pushing into the wall and getting a little bit deeper. If you don't want to go to the wall, then just keep it crossed. And again, you can use a block of your hand. To deepen it, lift. Again, if you're at a wall, you're already there, right? You can, again, use your knee. Or clasp your hands behind the leg. Draw your leg closer to you. So if you need more intensity, you might come away from the wall. But for a lot of people, using the wall feels really good and more restorative. Notice if you're breathing through this. We have a tendency to hold our breath sometimes. So that's why I just continually tell you, keep breathing. All right, now, place the left foot on the mat and reach the right leg up and just send it down in front of you. Let's just pause there for a moment with it. Send the left leg lounge. Shake them both out. Reach your arms back behind you. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest. So this time, crossing your left ankle over your right knee. Using the hand to press the knee. This might be fine. If you're going to the wall, then the other foot goes to the wall. The closer your butt goes to the wall, the more you're going to feel it in your outer hip. Or if you're just hanging out here with me in the middle of the floor, oh my gosh, grab a hold of the back of your thigh if you can. This hurts. Or some people like to grab the top of their knee and pull it in, but you got to have some hips that are okay doing that. Watch your front foot. So this might be a place for you to stay a little longer if it feels good. So we have to know one side maybe a lot more tight than the other, and we might want to stay here longer. For the sake of this class, I'm trying to keep each side even. Release. Slowly bring that leg down. And bring the opposite leg down, just shake it out. All right, bend the knees, take the feet wide on your mat, and then let the knees drop to the right. You feel a nice little inner thigh stretch. The psoas, huge muscle. We'll talk about that in another video. Do a whole class for that muscle. But anyway, this is a nice exercise for that. Drop to the other side. Oh my heavens. Feel free to massage anywhere that might need it. Keep breathing. Keep releasing. Keep feeling how with each breath, the body sort of has a tendency to just sort of relax a little bit more. Come back to center. Knees hugging one more time, and then extend the legs up towards the ceiling, grab the ankles, and roll side to side. Find stillness here in your happy baby. If that's not comfortable, just bring your knees together. Inner thighs are stretching. Slowly bring your feet together. And you need to prepare yourself for final resting pose. All right. So extending your feet forward. This is where, I kept my socks on, I kept my long sleeve shirt on. Again, 2 blankets, right? Because this can go underneath my head, but if I'm cold, I'm gonna need something to cover myself up with, right? For today, I'm just gonna keep this underneath me. So make sure that your chin isn't doing my knees, which lifted up away. Tuck your chin towards your chest. You can bring your hands to your hips if that feels nice. Actually, I would invite you to place your hands anywhere that your body may need them today. So maybe it's your heart. Maybe you've had a headache and it's your head. You can clasp your hands behind your neck. And again, you can maybe just place your hands at your heart. And give yourself a little bit of self-love, self-gratitude for showing up today. I'm going to give you a little bit of silence. You can stay here as long as you like. So if you want to stay here for 5 minutes, 5 minutes is optimal. Continuing to breathe. So slowly, easily. And to move your fingers and toes. Maybe take a bigger breath in and reach the arms overhead and give yourself a nice full body stretch. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Roll it over onto your right side. Supporting your head with your hand or your forearm. Slowly make your way up to your seats. Sitting nice and tall. Coming back to Anjali Mudra. Hands at your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. So remember those 2 meters I asked you to sort of envision earlier, your stress meter, your energy meter. Have the needles moved for you in just the 30 minutes that you gave yourself this practice of self-care? Honoring yourself for showing up. We honor each other as we connect here to do this thing called yoga. And we honor the practice of yoga and for all the wonderful gifts that it brings toward ourselves, our minds, our bodies, our souls. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Take a nice deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. As I said, I recommend doing this practice in the evening, maybe before you go to sleep, after you've eaten, so that you can have digestion, have like just a more peaceful essence about you, so that you can go in towards your evening feeling calm. Right. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.